Welcome to this pre-concert introduction to the New European Ensemble's live stream concert number 17. This concert is a seaside performance of Olivier Messiaen's Quartet for the End of Time in partnership with the Hague's Zuiderstrandtheater. Messiaen is one of the 20th century's leading compositional voices. Perhaps the most notable element of his work is the way he transcribed and incorporated birdsong. He traveled the world collecting the songs of various birds, which for him were infused with religious symbolism.
Et voici le rossignol. Il éclate tout d'un coup, brusquement. La seconde strophe, ce sont des batteries sur deux sons très célèbres. Tico, 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 tico.
Some of his major works include the Turangalila Symphony and his grand opera, St. Francis of Assisi. Messiaen was also a respected teacher, and many of his students went on to become major composers of the 20th century themselves, like Yannis Xenakis, Pierre Boulez, and Karl-Heinz Stockhausen. The Quartet for the End of Time was written in 1941 in a prisoner of war camp in Görlitz. Messiaen, who had served as a medical orderly in the French army, was captured by the German army and imprisoned. There he met clarinetist Henri Accoca, violinist Jean Le Boulaire, and cellist Etienne Pasquier. A sympathetic camp guard called Carl Albert Brühl helped Messiaen get a hold of music paper and a pen, and he helped Messiaen's fellow musicians procure musical instruments. Messiaen set about composing a work of religious significance for him to play with his colleagues in the camp. The four musicians premiered the piece outdoors on a rainy afternoon for their fellow prisoners and guards. Messiaen later wrote of the experience, "Never have I been heard with as much attention and understanding." The Quartet for the End of Time is inspired by the Bible's book of Revelation. Messiaen claims the following quote is what set him to writing. "And I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud, and a rainbow was upon his head, and his face was as it were the sun, and his feet as pillars of fire. And he set his right foot upon the sea, and his left foot on the earth. And the angel which I saw stand upon the sea and upon the earth lifted up his hand to heaven, and sware by him that liveth for ever and ever, that there should be time no longer. But in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound, the mystery of God should be finished." Messiaen was drawn to this passage because it envisions an end of time and a heavenly eternity to follow. This eternity can be heard in the way Messiaen uses rhythm, creating constantly shifting rhythmic patterns that subvert any sense of regularity. Messiaen suggested imagery for each of the quartet's 8 movements. The first movement, Messiaen writes, "Between 3 and 4 in the morning, the awakening of birds. A solo blackbird or nightingale improvises, surrounded by a shimmer of sound, by a halo of trills lost very high in the trees. Transpose this onto a religious plane and you have the harmonious silence of heaven. The clarinet plays the blackbird song, while the violin takes up material typical for the nightingale. Movement 2, Messiaen writes, "The first and third parts evoke the power of this mighty angel, a rainbow upon his head, and clothed with a cloud, who sets one foot on the sea and one foot on the earth. In the piano, sweet cascades of blue-orange chords enclosing their distant chimes, the almost plain chant song of the violin and cello." Movement 3. The abyss is time with its sadness, its weariness. The birds are the opposite to time. They are our desire for light, for stars, for rainbows, and for jubilant song. The fourth movement, according to Messiaen, scherzo of a more individual character than the other movements, but linked to them nonetheless by certain melodic recollections. Movement 5, Messiaen writes, Jesus is considered here as the Word, a broad phrase, infinitely slow on the cello, magnifies with love and reverence the eternity of the Word, powerful and gentle, whose time never runs out. Movement 6. Messiaen writes, rhythmically, the most characteristic piece of the series. The 4 instruments in unison imitate gongs and trumpets. The first 6 trumpets of the apocalypse, followed by various disasters. The trumpet of the 7th angel, announcing the consummation of the mystery of God. Movement 7. Recurring here are certain passages from the second movement. The angel appears in full force, especially in the rainbow that covers him. The rainbow symbol of peace, wisdom, and luminescence. In my dreams I hear and see ordered chords and melodies, known colors and shapes. Then after this transitional stage, I pass through the unreal and suffer with ecstasy, a roundabout, and penetration of superhuman sounds and color. Movement 8, a large violin solo, counterpart to the cello solo of Movement 5. Why this second eulogy? It is especially aimed at the second aspect of Jesus. Jesus the man, the Word made flesh. Immortally risen, it is all love. Its slow ascent is the ascent of man to God, the child of God to his Father, the being made divine towards paradise. I hope you enjoyed this concert. Thank you for listening, and please like and subscribe and stay up to date with the New European Ensemble.